after Drake went live on a broadcast and aired a top-secret, extremely embarrassing private audio clip of Rick Ross pleading with 50 Cent to stop mocking him online. The whole hip-hop scene just experienced a deadly, devastating earthquake. The Six Gods revealed the creator of the Maybach music group in a condition of complete emotional wreckage in what is already being referred to as the most brutal and unforgivable cultural execution of the contemporary period. Millions of fans worldwide have been utterly petrified by hearing the self-described largest boss beg Curtis Jackson to show mercy and quit ruining his record sales and brand partnerships. The entire MMG organization is in a state of catastrophic panic after the impregnable armor of luxury rap was destroyed live on television. Music. Stay tuned to the very end of this film because the leaked studio footage, the hidden industry backdoor chats, and the impending reprisal all demonstrate that this multi-million-dollar conflict has just reached a breaking point. You must go back over more than 10 years of broken alliances, corporate power plays, and acrimonious personal animosity that created this poisonous love-hate, music. Triangle in order to completely comprehend why this devastating audio leak has sparked an emergency across executive boardrooms and urban radio stations alike. Drake and Rick Ross's collaboration was regarded as one of the most profitable and culturally important collaborations in modern music history for more than 10 years. Music. Together, they created an impenetrable sound that was based on extravagant extravagance, luxurious lives, and seamless, smooth status. Stay Shemin, Lord Knows, Gold Roses, Aston Martin music, and other iconic tunes were more than simply commercial radio hits. They were the ultimate soundtrack for a time when high-end rap was the norm. Music. Fans saw their relationship as unbreakable, an unwritten pact to rule the top tier of the music business together, a brotherhood cemented in private airplane cabins and million-dollar champagne toasts. But underneath the sparkling exterior of multi-million-dollar real estate tours and bespoke designer clothes, music, ominous cracks slowly started to appear. Subtle changes in business dynamics started to foster deep-seated anger as Drake's commercial domination surged to previously unheard-of global heights, shattering streaming records that left every other musician in the dust. Alliances quickly broke apart as long-simmering tensions in the rap community suddenly burst into full-scale conflict. Rick Ross abruptly severed his 12-year friendship with Drake and launched aggressive public barbs, mocking disc-liners, and frequent social media derision directed specifically at the Canadian superstar in a surprising decision that shocked longtime listeners. Music. Now for Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, the uncontested master of online trolling and psychological warfare in hip-hop history. Since their music, notorious 2009 incident, 50 Cent has been waging a persistent, poisonous vengeance against Rick Ross for almost 15 years. 50 Cent developed his ridicule of Rick Ross into an art form, whereas other rap rivalry gradually subsided or vanished. Every time Ross launched a new album, made an announcement about a business endeavor, or displayed his opulent Georgia estate, music, 50 Cent was there in the comment sections, constantly posting memes, making fun of ticket sales, challenging Ross's background, and gradually eroding the biggest boss reputation. Music. Rick Ross always presented a cool, collected appearance to the public. He waved his trademark smokes on Instagram Live, grinned during interviews, and maintained that 50 Cent's constant assaults were just free publicity from a hateful fanatic. Ross's whole brand name was based on his status as an untouchable magnate who had no fears and no one to answer to. However, the public was unaware of the enormous financial and psychological damage that 50 Cent's relentless trolling campaign was truly causing behind closed doors. Due to the ongoing public mockery, Heil corporate sponsors, beverage distribution partners, and foreign franchise investors allegedly became anxious, discreetly cutting advertising expenditures and reconsidering multi-million-dollar promotional agreements with Ross' team. Under constant business pressure, the unbeatable boss armor was quietly crumbling. At that point, the unimaginable occurred. Drake and 50 Cent, two of the most formidable and brutal characters in the game, secretly coordinated their enormous resources behind closed doors. Drake had no interest in merely exchanging radio diases with Ross. He desired a completely catastrophic cultural checkmate. Drake was able to secure the ultimate weapon, a secret recorded phone conversation, by using private business channels, which demonstrated that Rick Ross's whole impenetrable public character was a meticulously constructed facade. Drake kept onto the private audio recording, waiting for the ideal high-profile opportunity to pull the trigger and reveal the startling truth to millions of fans worldwide. At precisely 1:30 a.m., the explosion went off. The Eastern Standard Time, when Drake unexpectedly began a live broadcast from a private studio area within his Toronto estate. The spectators were immediately chilled by the visual display alone. Drake held a crystal glass of vintage champagne while lounging in a bespoke high-back leather chair with low ambient neon lights. He had a cold, deliberate grin on his face. Over 450,000 individuals joined the broadcast in less than 90 seconds after the announcement went live, totally flooding the server chat. Drake didn't begin with exuberant yelling, dramatic outbursts, or harsh insults. Rather, he remained silent for about a minute, allowing the suspense to grow to an intolerable degree. Drake tapped the screen of his phone, linked it via Bluetooth to the enormous studio monitors behind him, and spoke 5 words that quickly stopped the hip-hop world in its tracks while staring coldly into the camera lens. Increase the volume to its maximum level. No one in the history of modern music was ready for the moment of utter, stunning humiliation that ensued. Through the high-definition studio speakers came a clear, rich baritone voice. It was William Roberts, better known globally as Rick Ross. However, this was not the self-assured, powerful voice that fans had heard on timeless hits for 20 years. The voice on what seemed like a private, confidential phone conversation was hysterical, broken, shivering with worry, and pleading with evident desperation. "Man, please, Curtis. You need to stop posting too much, dude. In private, I'm being totally honest with you. Every morning, the sponsors blow apart my management's bones. Because of these music, skits, these memes, and these sales figures you are posting, Luke Belair, the Wing franchise partners, and the festival organizers are withholding money and delaying payments. You demonstrated your argument to the entire globe, one guy. Let me breathe, please. I'll call the dogs off and put this rollout together. Brotherdo, I'm asking you peer-to-peer. Stop making fun of me on the timeline, please." The music live stream went into complete shock at hearing the self-described largest boss, a man whose entire identity was based on unwavering pride, infinite riches, and utter invincibility, practically pleading with 50 Cent for forgiveness. There was no denying the unadulterated anguish and extreme tension in Ross's voice. The image of the untouchable Miami magnate was totally demolished by the long pauses, the hurried breathing, and the blatant references to lost company cash. Drake stopped the recording, grinned icily into the camera, and whispered something in a low, spooky voice. The largest boss in the business is more akin to the largest performer. Music, William, don't mention me during these interviews. Prior to playing the remainder of this file, nearly 500,000 people were left gazing, music, at their screens in utter, paralyzing amazement when the live feed suddenly went completely dark with that last warning. In an instant, the digital world descended into complete, insane chaos. Screen captures of the audio leak were ripped, converted, and posted on all of the main social media sites in a matter of minutes. Millions of tweets, response videos, and emergency live conversations analyzing every word of the phone call flooded Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Fans were astounded by what they heard. The man who had earlier said he had no fear in the world appeared to have been captured on camera talking to his deadly adversary in private. Then the first startling turn of events occurred, turning this viral humiliation into an active business catastrophe. High-resolution images of a purported encrypted text conversation between Drake and 50 Cent surfaced on private Discord servers and viral hip-hop forums within 40 minutes of Drake's stream ending. The communications that were disclosed showed that this was not an impetuous, abrupt disclosure. Two of the most brutal strategists in the music industry carried out a well-planned and coordinated strike. According to the hacked text thread, 50 Cent personally sent Drake the private voice tape weeks in advance, planning the precise day and time to release it for maximum public disgrace. Let him keep flexing on Instagram for the cameras, according to one of the confirmed leaked messages from 50 Cent. He talks rough the moment he leaves his next interview. Put an end to that boss attitude by hitting him with a tape. Let's see how he explains this to his investors. Executive boardrooms were rocked by the visual evidence that Drake and 50 Cent had conspired to plot Rick Ross' total collapse music. Rick Ross was up against more than simply your typical rap rivals. He had unintentionally entered a two-front billionaire ambush in music that was intended to destroy his legacy, career, brand, and music forever. Rick Ross found himself in the most perilous and career-threatening situation of his two-decade career when the leaked audio went viral on X, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Hashtags like hashtag Rick Ross begging, hashtag Drake exposes Ross, and hashtag Boss Down propelled music to the top of the worldwide trending rankings in less than 2 hours after Drake's stream ended, garnering over 50 million impressions overnight. Major music podcasts, urban gossip websites, and hip-hop commentary channels released emergency late-night response streams, analyzing every desperate appeal, every fractured sentence, and every anxious breath said during that private phone conversation. Music. Hearing William Roberts beg for financial mercy was like witnessing an empire fall apart in real time for millions of admirers across the world who grew up idolizing the unconcerned, cigar-smoking, bulletproof image of the largest boss. Music at exactly 400 a.m. Rick Ross began an emergency, terrified Instagram live stream from the passenger seat of an all-black luxury SUV driving through Miami streets at Eastern Standard Time. There was a lot of erratic energy in the broadcast. Ross looked obviously scared, his voice quivering with a mixture of unadulterated rage, profound shame, and obvious desperation. Sweat was streaming down his face in the faint dashboard lights. In a frantic attempt to repair his damaged reputation, Ross unleashed a furious, non-stop tirade while leaning violently into the screen of his smartphone. Switch off this rubbish. Don't pay attention to these fools. Deepfake artificial intelligence garbage is what the audio is. The actual pressure in the streets terrifies Drake. He then hired a group of computer nerds from Silicon Valley to synthesize my voice. Curtis is fully aware that I never answered the phone and pled with him for anything. Music. The purpose of this fabricated corporate smear effort is to divert attention away from Drake's personal setbacks. From the ground up, I created Maybach Music Group. No computer-generated speech clip will ever erase the fact that I am the biggest boss in this game. Avoid being duped by this online matrix. Ross yelled angrily, but the internet community didn't believe the cover-up. Alarming facts that revealed his distress were readily apparent to viewers of the telecast. Music. He was holding the phone, and his hands were clearly shaking. High-ranking members of his inner circle could be heard heating up in the background as his eyes glanced nervously out the window as if anticipating quick real-world ramifications. Frenzied phone calls with distribution chiefs and business lawyers. The visual evidence shouted damage, music, control, despite Ross's best efforts to represent ultimate invincibility. Then came the second shocking revelation, which totally destroyed Rick Ross' defense and transformed this viral humiliation into a full-scale corporate catastrophe. 6:15 a.m. A thorough 20-page technical study of the stolen audio was released on prominent industry forums and social media by Eastern Standard Time, a well-known independent digital audio forensics engineer and music technology specialist. Music, using acoustic waveform matching, background room resonance mapping, and sophisticated spectral frequency analysis. The audio file was 99, according to the expert. 8% genuine and unchanged. The file officially ruled out the prospect of voice cloning or artificial intelligence production, since it included the distinctive hardware compression signature of a direct cellular line, along with ambient room acoustics that matched Rick Ross's private Miami studio office. The top echelons of the corporate entertainment sector were rocked by the forensic confirmation. High-ranking music executives and distribution partners started calling emergency crisis meetings as soon as the information hit the wire. Music. There have been rumors that two multi-million-dollar lifestyle and beverage companies who are now affiliated with Maybach Music Group are secretly preparing legal warnings to halt their marketing activities, alleging brand devaluation and reputational harm. 50 Cent returned to the battle with vicious, predatory precision, making the situation even more catastrophic. 50 Cent shared a video of himself singing along to Drake's biggest songs while grinning uncontrollably at the camera, while wearing gigantic headphones, sipping his signature champagne, and lounging inside his own fitness, Music, suite on his Instagram page. Music, he was sobbing behind the scenes like I told you. I told you that the boss was pleading with me over the phone. True bosses don't plead with another guy to keep their brand agreements intact. Drake dropped the bomb after pressing the button. The comic show has just begun. Music. Williams' second portion will be released tonight. With every business ally searching for the closest escape door, Rick Ross Enterprise was officially in freefall, caught between Drake's deadly receipts and 50 Cent's vicious mocking. Drake's disclosure of the private audio recording of Rick Ross pleading with 50 Cent caused a digital earthquake that, in a matter of minutes, split the entertainment industry into violent, warring camps. By dawn, over 100 million impressions on social media sites like X, Tik, Music, Talk, Instagram, and YouTube, emergency live stream failures, and heated online arguments had immobilized both recording facilities and corporate headquarters. The audio leak was viewed by an unstoppable tide of viral commenters, meme producers, and hip-hop purists on one side of the digital battlefield as Music, the last, definitive execution of Rick Ross' career. 20 years of perceived invincibility at Rap Culture Vulture _2026 were shattered for this enormous faction when they heard the self-described largest boss sounded weak and desperate behind closed doors. The most embarrassing moment in hip-hop history was when Rick Ross genuinely begged 50 Cent to stop his online trolls because beverage sponsors were reducing his paychecks. After this, you will never be able to rap about being the boss of a luxury cartel. At the OVO_Vault_IVE, the Boss Act is permanently cancelled. Music. This time, Drake didn't even need to release a diss track. He quickly put an end to a 20-year rivalry by simply connecting his phone to the studio speakers, playing 30 seconds of unprocessed audio and music. Drake and 50 Cent working together to plan this takedown is the epitome of wicked brilliance. Ross developed a complete business at Urban Music Analyst by being unconcerned, affluent, and unbreakable. It's clear that 50 Cent lived inside his brain for 15 years when he sounded so terrified by online memes. Overnight, the MMG brand value fell to nothing. On the other hand, a passionate and outspoken group of Southern hip-hop traditionalists, devoted MMG fans, and privacy activists hurried to defend Rick Ross, claiming that using a private phone conversation as a weapon violated an unspoken ethical standard in the business. The softest move in contemporary rap is when Drake leaks private phone conversations like a desperate high school student at Miami Street Veterans _305. Drake weaponized Ross's outreach for online clicks, acting like a businessman attempting to conduct corporate things behind closed doors. At Southern rap history, real street heroes don't record and release private talks song. Despite a phone call that was leaked, Rick Ross used his own hands to create a great repertoire of everlasting music. It is hardly a cultural win to witness online trolls and corporate behemoths plot to undermine an independent black label owner. At Real Estate Equity _Now, it's a filthy, exploitative enterprise at its worst. When did phone call leaks become popular? Drake is hiding behind 50 Cent since they had to utilize digital espionage because he was unable to win a fair rap war on the charts. True fans can see straight through the setup, and it's pathetic. The shockwaves swiftly burst into mainstream TV networks after leaping over digital screens. High-voltage emergency call-in segments were hosted by hosts on big morning radio powerhouses like The Breakfast Club and Hot 97. These segments quickly descended into wild yelling bouts between listeners from Miami, Atlanta, and New York. Prominent entertainment lawyers and crisis PR specialists were called on to assess the disastrous legal and financial ramifications, alerting viewers to the impending irreversible termination of Maybach Music Group's distribution contracts. corporate partnerships, and spirit endorsements. Behind the scenes, there was a fever pitch of terror in Florida's music industry. High-level booking agents, festival organizers, and local club promoters reportedly started discreetly examining contracts for upcoming summer concerts, with a number of significant venues reluctant to send advance deposits for planned Rick Ross appearances until the brand fallout could be adequately evaluated, according to insiders. In the meantime, 50C filled the blazing fire with gallons of high-octane gasoline. Once again, 50 Cent used his social media accounts to share a fictitious business restructuring plan that showed him as the recently appointed CEO of Maybach Music Group. The map included a fictitious inventory liquidation sale for champagne bottles and expensive vehicles. The entire entertainment industry was immobilized by the spectacle, divided between astonished astonishment at how swiftly an impenetrable business could be brought to its knees by a single leaked audio clip and hysterical laughing at the sheer amount of contempt. A last bizarre turn of events emerged.